Welcome to Easy Love Yoga with Shanna. Thank you so much for joining me today. So today we have a chair yoga practice, and we'll also be getting up and standing behind the chair during practice. So please be prepared to get up off the chair later during class. So let's begin today's class. We're going to come seated forward in the chair, just the glutes on the chair, hamstrings off the chair, a nice 90-degree bend at the knees, feet flat on the floor. Bringing our awareness now to our posture, sitting nice and tall, lengthening the spine. Taking a moment now to close our eyes and bring our awareness inward, noticing our breath. Notice as you inhale, the chest rises and then the belly rises, and as you exhale, the belly falls and then the chest falls. Notice your breath for the next 5 rounds of breath. Bringing awareness now to the crown of your head, begin a scan of your body from the crown of your head down to your toes, noticing the sensations in your body and what your energy level is like. Completing the scan of your body and remembering to always stay safe during practice. If there's a pose we're doing that does not feel right to you or is not comfortable, please remember you do not need to do it. Always stay safe. Let's bring our awareness again to our breath for our 4 square breathing practice. Let's begin with an inhale through the nose of 4, 3, 2, 1. Retain your breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale through the nose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Retain the emptiness. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, relax the shoulders. Retain. Exhale. Retain. Inhale. Retain. Exhale. Retain. Inhale, notice your posture. Retain. Exhale. Retain. Keeping our eyes closed and our shoulders relaxed, nice tall posture here. Let's lower the right ear towards the right shoulder, gently stretching the left side of the neck. One more breath here. Return the head to center, and this time left ear towards left shoulder, gently stretching the right side. One more breath. Return to center. Shoulders relaxed and eyes closed. Let's lift the chin as if we were looking up at the ceiling, stretching the front of the neck. One more breath. Return to center, and this time draw the chin in towards the chest, stretching the back of the neck. Keep your head in this lowered position and slowly roll the head towards the right shoulder, across the front of the body, controlling the neck, rolling across the back. Rolling again across the front, across the back, and roll across the front, this time pausing at the right shoulder. Let's change directions, roll across the front to the left, across the back, across the front, last time across the back, and across the front. One last time, pausing at the left shoulder. Slowly allowing the head to come back to center and gently lift your head and open your eyes. Let's roll out the wrists, keeping the wrists healthy. Roll in the opposite direction. Let's bring our hands together at heart center, lock our elbows into our body, interlace your fingers, and make a really tight fist with the hands. We're going to isolate the fist, the wrist, and the forearms as we roll in one direction, keeping those elbows locked into our body. Let's do 2 more in this direction. And then we're going to pause and we're going to roll the opposite way. And 2 more. Beautiful, and just shake out the hands. Now we're going to bring our right hand down to the chair. Take your left hand, raise it up towards the ceiling, looking up through those fingers, feeling the side body energized here, that rib cage lifted. Slowly come into a side bend, looking up through the fingers to the ceiling. A couple more breaths here. And then bringing that hand overhead once more and changing sides. Opposite hand reaches for the sky. With that rib cage lifting, and slowly come into that side bend, gazing up towards the ceiling. Reaching overhead once more, and now doing 6 singles, going right into that side bend. Go as deep as you feel comfortable. Taking your time, moving from side to side. 2 more. Beautiful, and sitting nice and tall. And we're going to take our left hand to our right knee and bring our right hand behind us on the chair. I want you to think about a nice tall posture here. And then exhale, look over your shoulder and hold for 8 rounds of breath. Gentle twist of the body. One more breath here. Gently unwind. And now take the right hand to the left knee, the left hand behind you on the chair. Sit tall. And then exhale, look over the shoulder. 8 rounds of breath. One more breath here. Let's gently unwind. Now a couple rounds of cow and cat breath with those palms shining forward. Let's inhale to cow. Arms are up, gaze is up, belly is forward for cow. And as we exhale to cat, arch your back towards the back of the chair, lower the arms. Inhale to cow, arms rise, belly comes forward, gaze is up. Exhale to cat, arch the back as the hands come down, gaze lowers. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Let's inhale to cow. And one last time, exhale to cat. And then come seated nice and tall. Bring your hands to your hips for a moment. We're just going to do a few small circles in one direction. Just noticing if there's any tension in your hips or low back that you can release. Let's do one more circle in this direction. Pause, and now let's circle the opposite way. One more full circle. And then let's pause. Beautiful job. Now we're going to extend our left leg forward. We're going to take our hands traveling down that left leg, thinking about lengthening the spine here as we reach down towards our toes. Now if you could only reach behind your knees or behind your calves or perhaps your ankles, that's okay. Always keep a tiny bend in the knee here. Just doing a nice stretch for the back of the leg. 2 more breaths. Slowly glide the fingers back up that leg as you rise up. Let's bring that foot back in so we have that 90-degree bend at the knee. And let's extend that right leg out with that heel on the ground, toes up. Glide the hands down the leg as we keep a nice straight back here. Reaching for those toes. Nice lengthened spine. Slight bend at the knee, ensuring we don't hyperextend the joint. Breathing deeply. Slowly allow the fingers to glide up the leg. As you rise up, let's bring that foot back in so we have that 90-degree bend at the knees. Shimmy back on your chair if you've come forward a little bit here. Now what we're going to do is root the heels into the ground, and we're going to alternate the movement of our toes. So we're going to pick the toes up at center, and then we're going to bring them in towards each other, back to center and out. Center in, center out. Center in, center out. And we're just going to slam those toes down, make a nice little noise. No need to be quiet. Just make a nice toe tapping sound as you alternate center in, center out, center in, center out. Getting some nice movement in the muscles of the feet, A little bit of strengthening as we lift the toes. Let's do one more full round. Center in, center out, stop at center. Shake out those legs. Now we're going to bring those toes in just a tiny bit closer to our body. We're going to root the toes into the ground, and this time it's going to be the heels making that thumping sound. So we'll start center in, center out, center in, center out, center in, center out. Keep it going, keeping those toes rooted into the ground as we thump down the heels. One more set. Center in, center out, center. Beautiful job. Let's grab the chair with both hands. We're going to pick up one foot and roll out the ankle in one direction. Nice ankle roll, some functional mobility here. Let's roll the other way. Let's turn that now into a point for two and a flex. Point, flex. One more time, point and flex. Set that foot down and let's pick up the other foot and start those ankle circles in one direction. Let's change directions, rolling the other way. And now we're going to change that into that point for two and flex. Point, flex. One more time. Point and flex. Beautiful job. Let's roll those shoulders out a couple times to the back of the room. Rolling the shoulders forward. Beautiful job. Now we're going to come up off behind the chair. So I'm just going to get up and I'm going to turn my chair sideways so you can see what we're doing. So you're going to be standing behind your chair just like this. And then we're all going to turn and face one direction. So the leg closest to the chair is going to be moving. So the leg furthest from the chair, you want to bend at the knee. Just to support all of your weight here, place a hand on the hip. And we're simply going to allow that foot to move front to back, getting some free range of motion in the hip on this side. Let's do 3 more. And then slowly allow that foot to come down center. Now I'm going to ask you to stay where you are. I'm just moving the chair. I'm going to use that same leg that we just had moving and I'm going to touch out to the side. Still, that supporting knee is slightly bent and we're simply going to squeeze and lift. It's a tiny movement, just a couple of inches, bringing that foot off the ground as we squeeze and lift. Beautiful. Let's do 4 more. And set that foot down, bring it back to center, just shake out those legs a little bit. Now we're going to take the foot, I'm just going to turn sideways to demonstrate. We're going to bring it on a diagonal. We're going to extend it out until we can feel those muscles activate and then drop back in. So starting with that foot on the diagonal, take it out and in. Now we're not flinging the leg, you're controlling the muscle here. Noticing the sensations in the leg as you reach that extension. 4, 3, 2, last one. Allow that foot to come down for a moment. Still working the same leg. Now I'd like you to touch that toe down behind you. Supporting knee again, slightly bent. Now this is a tiny squeeze and a small lift. So squeeze, 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 squeeze. Keep it going. 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful job. Just shake out the legs. Just going to turn this chair around in the opposite direction. So once again, you're going to be working the other leg now. So the leg we just finished working is now our balancing leg. So that knee slightly bent, all our weight is there. So the leg closest to the chair is going to be freely moving front to back. Let's do 4 more. Last one. Allow that foot to come down slowly. Once again, you're still standing behind your chair. That same leg that was just moving. Let's start with that toe pointing out to the side. Supporting knee is bent, and it's a squeeze and lift. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 4, 3, 2, last one. Allow that foot to come down, just shake it out a little bit. Now we're going to bring that foot in front of the other. So once again, doing the diagonal. So squeezing out to the side, bringing it back in. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Control the movement. Notice those muscles activating. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Allow that foot to come down. Now that same leg, we're going to touch the toe to the ground behind us. Supporting knee is slightly bent. I want you to squeeze and lift. Squeeze, squeeze. Toe comes an inch or two off the floor. Squeeze, squeeze. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, last one. And let's just give both legs a good shake out. And we're going to just have our feet hip width apart, hands on your waist. Let's do those circles once again. And just notice any tightness in your hips or low back that you can release. One more full circle. Let's pause at center and let's circle the opposite way. One more full circle. Beautiful. And pause. Now we're going to take our feet nice and wide. So your heels are on the edge of the mat, your toes are off of the mat. You're going to hold on to the chair. You're going to come into a quarter squat. I want you to stay low in that quarter squat. Notice the muscles being engaged. Are you noticing your glutes? Is it your outer or inner thigh? Perhaps it's your quads, maybe your hamstrings. Notice where you're feeling the sensation of holding yourself in that squat. We're going to stay in this squat and try not to bounce or sway, building some strength in the legs as we play with the feet. So we're going to start lifting the left toes off the ground, place them down. Lift the right toes, place them down. Now let's alternate left and right, trying not to bounce or sway as we stay in this squat. As we lift the toes, getting some nice work for the shins. All the little muscles in the feet are being strengthened. Try not to bounce or sway. Maybe you need to go a little bit deeper into that squat. If you're bouncing a little bit, just try going a little deeper. Alternating those toe lifts. Let's do 4 more sets. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Feet are flat, just rise up, shake out those legs, give them a tiny little break. Let's come back down into that quarter squat. No bouncing or swaying once again, and this time it's a heel lift. Left heel, right, left, right, left heel, right heel. Lifting those heels, trying not to bounce or sway, holding the muscles in this low squat. Getting a little movement in the Achilles tendon, in the calf as we lift the heels. Let's do 4 more, 3 more, 2 more. Last one. Feet are flat. Let's rise up, shake out those legs, give them a little break because now we're going to combine everything. Let's come into that quarter squat. Let's drop another inch. No bouncing or swaying. Let's do toe, toe, heel, heel. Toe, toe, heel, heel. Toe, toe, heel, heel. Keep it going. Toe, toe, heel, heel. Toe, toe, heel, heel. 3 more. 2 more. Last set. Beautiful. Let's slowly rise up, shake out those legs. I'm just going to turn my chair sideways so you can see. You're going to stay right where you are. We're going to stretch out the back of the body with modified down dog. Hands are wide on the chair. I want you to step back with your feet hip width apart until those arms are fully extended. Now you're going to bend the knees, keep them bent to protect the hamstrings. Bring the glutes behind you and lower your torso so your ears come between your elbows. Keeping those knees back, noticing the stretch starting in the hamstrings, moving up the glutes into the back and the shoulders.
Breathing deeply here. This is a beautiful stretch for the back of the body, modified down dog. Let's deepen the stretch by bringing our hands down to the seat of the chair, keeping those knees bent, noticing that stretch intensify. Three more breaths here. Let's bring our hands again to the top of the chair for 2 more breaths. Let's slowly rise up and walk towards the chair. I'm just bringing my chair back in front once again. I'm going to do a quick balancing pose. So we're going to stand behind the chair, hands on the chair to start. I want you to root your right foot into the ground. Bring all your weight into the right foot. Bend the right knee slightly. Take your left calf, or your left heel, touching the right calf. So your left toe is touching down to the ground. We're going to move into tree. Bring your hands together at heart center. And when you're ready, find a focal point on the floor in front of your yoga mat. Bring all your attention there. And then bring your foot to your calf or your inner thigh. If your balance isn't good today, remember you can always have that toe resting on the ground in level 1 of tree. Let's extend our arms into a T and hold. Keeping your focus on that spot of the floor, we're going to sway the tree. So we're just going to move our arms side to side like the trees blowing in the wind. Tapping down to our leg on each side. One more tap each side, and then hold the arms in a nice T position once again. Keeping your focus on the floor, bring the arms overhead. You can bring that toe down anytime you begin to lose your balance. And for the last 3 breath challenge, let's look up at the ceiling. Release the arms, let's shake out the legs. And we're going to bring all of our weight into that left foot. So left knee slightly bent, all the weight in the left foot. Let's touch that right heel to the left calf. Find that focal point on the floor once again. Hands to heart center, foot to calf or inner thigh. Extend the arms into a T and hold. Let's sway the tree, tap down side to side. Remember, you can bring that toe down anytime you begin to lose balance. Staying here at tree level 1 is perfectly fine. One more tap each side, back to that strong T. Keep your focus on that spot on the floor. Let's bring our hands overhead. 3 breath challenge, look up at the ceiling. Release the arms, shake out the legs. And let's just pull that chair back slightly on your mat if that chair's moved forward. Let's come seated once again. Just the glutes on the chair, 90-degree bend at the knees. Nice tall posture here. Let's start with our palms shining forward. As we inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, press away from the body. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, press away. One more time. Inhale and reach. Exhale, press away. And this time as we inhale, we bring those palms together overhead. Lower them to heart center and close your eyes. Bring your awareness to your breath, noticing that you're still breathing deeply. Let's bring our awareness now to the crown of our head and begin one last scan of the body from the crown of our head down to our toes. Noticing the sensations in your body and your energy level after this practice we've done together today. Noticing with self-awareness and not self-judgment. Completing the scan of your body and bringing your awareness again to your breath, breathing deeply. Thank you so much for spending some time in this practice today, for sharing your energy with this practice, and doing some mindful self-care. It's so important to fit some self-care into every day. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste. And again, thank you for joining me today. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and I hope to see you again next time. Have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.